When Diddy adopted me, I was very young, but Diddy used to kiss me. He used to take me to his parties, and what I saw there is beyond description. Diddy used me.
When Diddy adopted a young white girl named Ava Bron Combs during the pandemic, the internet thought it was a heartwarming act of kindness. But what happened next left everyone speechless. Today, we dive into the mysterious disappearance of Diddy's so-called adopted daughter and the chilling allegations that may expose one of the darkest secrets in music industry history. It all began in 2020. The world was locked down, and Diddy went live on Instagram, smiling, laughing, introducing a young white girl named Ava Bron Combs. He called her his new daughter. She looked uncomfortable, nervous, her voice shaky. Diddy insisted he had permission from her mother, comparing himself to Madonna and Charlize Theron, both known for adopting children from different backgrounds. But something about it felt off. In the clip, Ava says, "I was on the streets and Papa Combs decided to take care of me." Diddy grins and repeats, "I adopted you like Madonna did." He laughs, but Ava doesn't. Viewers later said the scene felt scripted. Some even believed Diddy forced her to repeat lines on camera to make it look legal. What started as a strange live stream moment turned into a missing person mystery. Ava Bron Combs appeared, smiled for the camera, and then vanished. What follows is the timeline investigators, insiders, and online sleuths pieced together, as reported. 2020. The Instagram Live. Diddy introduces Ava Bron Combs during a pandemic-era Instagram Live. She looks uncomfortable, reads a prepared line about being picked up, and welcomed into the Combs household. Weeks to months later, Ava's online footprint fades. No family pictures, no follow-up visits, no public appearances. When police later checked a last known address, investigators reportedly found an empty lot where Ava was once believed to have lived. That discovery raised immediate red flags and changed the case from curiosity to active investigation. Subsequent federal action, Homeland Security raids on Diddy's properties, were later linked by insiders to searches for digital evidence and recordings. Evidence some allege could concern Ava. Repeat, these are claims and leads reported by insiders and media, not judicial findings. The key red flags investigators and insiders flagged: abrupt vanishing, a child who briefly appears in high-profile live streams but leaves no photographic trail thereafter. Investigators call that an anomaly, especially when a public adoption is involved. Prepared testimony on camera. Ava's apparent memorized lines about consent and the mother's permission led some to suspect the video was staged as a protective record, something a guardian might produce if anticipating scrutiny. Empty last known address. Police checking a last known location and finding an empty lot is concrete and unusual. It implies the trail goes cold quickly. Devices seized in raids. Homeland Security reportedly collected phones, hard drives, and cameras. According to insiders, investigators were looking for images or videos that might show exploitation or identify other victims. Bodyguard testimony. A former Inner Circle guard, Gene Deal, publicly claimed that there were recordings of inappropriate acts and that Ava disappeared once the cameras were off. Again, this is testimony, not proof admitted in court. Reported investigative leads and lines of inquiry, kept hypothetical unless corroborated. Digital forensics, extracting metadata from phones and cloud backups to timeline images, videos, and location pings. If devices are intact, timeline reconstruction is often the first step. Financial and travel records, tracing hotel bookings, private jet manifests, and vehicle movements around the dates Ava was last seen. Federal seizures of passports and property records were noted in the transcript as part of efforts to restrict movement. Witness interviews, former employees, bodyguards, and party attendees who may have seen Ava or know where she stayed. Several former staffers have been cited as now cooperating or speaking publicly. Missing person cross-checks. Online sleuths compared Ava Bron Combs to other missing girls, notably a young missing person named Ava Grace Baldwin in the transcript. Investigators reportedly flagged such visual matches as worthy of forensic comparison, but identity confirmation requires DNA or official ID. Social media deep dives. scraping archived live streams, comments, and DMs for mentions of locations, names, or other girls who may have appeared in the same circles. These are the methods investigators typically use and were referenced or implied in the transcript. Federal agents from Homeland Security raided Diddy's Miami and Los Angeles mansions, looking for evidence of sex trafficking and underage exploitation. Inside sources claim that Ava's name was on the list, and according to Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, the feds weren't searching for drugs or weapons, they were searching for tapes. What the bodyguard revealed. Gene Deal, once part of Diddy's inner circle, said Diddy didn't adopt Ava out of compassion. He adopted her for publicity, and when the camera stopped rolling, she disappeared. Deal claims there were dubious recordings involving Ava, and that Diddy kept evidence hidden in private safes, the same ones agents later seized during the raids. A disturbing connection. Online investigators noticed something chilling. Ava Bron Combs looked nearly identical to Ava Grace Baldwin, a Texas girl who went missing years ago. Facial comparisons, TikTok sightings, and timelines seemed to line up. Could it be the same person? No one knows for sure, but the resemblance was undeniable. The industry shocks. As more details surfaced, the entertainment world began to crumble. Celebrities and insiders confirmed rumors about Diddy's private parties had been circulating for years. What looked like lavish Hollywood events may have been something far darker. Even Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, are now under scrutiny for what they knew or participated in. Family under fire. Despite the evidence, Diddy's sons defended him publicly, wearing Diddy-free shirts in court and denying every allegation. But former employees say Diddy controlled his kids with fear, manipulation, and money. He sabotaged their careers and demanded loyalty, no matter the cost. The Empire Falls multiple lawsuits, federal charges, property seizures. Diddy's passport revoked, his billion-dollar empire collapsing overnight. Even his ex, Kim Porter's mysterious death, has resurfaced with new suspicions. The question that remains: what really happened to Ava Bron Combs? Was she truly adopted, or was she another victim in a network of silence and power? One thing is certain: the walls around Diddy's empire are closing in, and as investigators dig deeper, the truth about Ava may finally come to light. For years, the music industry has hidden the darkness behind fame and fortune, but every secret eventually comes to light. This is Fameline, and this is the story of Diddy's adopted daughter, the truth behind Ava Bron Combs.